Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Police Officer Darren Wilson.
That teary-eyed woman contacted 10 News after she received a handwritten note from former Officer Darren Wilson in the mail today.
It's in response to a $5 donation that she sent after Wilson shot and killed Michael Brown. 10 News reporter Dan Haggerty joins us in the Live Center on this story. And Dan, why did that note make her so emotional?
Well, she understands how big this moment is for our country. She sees all of the protests happening, even tonight in New York City, and she thinks that what she has here, this letter, is a very important piece of all of this. There's no question that Melinda Santa Cruz thinks that now former Officer Darren Wilson was justified shooting and killing Michael Brown.
It just seems like the world has gone crazy when you don't support the good guy.
And she sees Brown as the bad guy who got shot after going for an officer's gun. So Santa Cruz, on a fixed income and disability, sent Wilson a letter and what she says she could afford, $5.
I said something about how the kind of people that Officer Wilson has to deal with every day don't have morals and they don't think what they're doing is wrong.
Of course, we've seen thousands take to the streets across the country who don't see it that way. So Santa Cruz never expected to hear back from one of the most people in the world.
I went out to the mailbox and there was this little white envelope and the postmark said Missouri.
This is what she opened. Handwritten. She teared up just reading it aloud.
Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Police Officer Darren Wilson.
Santa Cruz says this letter is the most unique thing she owns, keeps it on her wall, and says in her fire-prone Escondido neighborhood, it's the first thing she'll grab in a wildfire.
And I just thought, my God, I'm standing here out in the middle of nowhere and I'm holding a piece of history.
Meanwhile, an update on the case tonight. This just in here. Pentagon's autopsy on Michael Brown performed at the Justice Department's request confirms that gunpowder traces on the right hand indicate close-range discharge of the firearm and could support the argument that they were fighting over the gun at the beginning of the altercation. Meanwhile, these are protests that are happening tonight in response to the death of Eric Garner, another person who was killed during an arrest with police, and another officer that was not indicted. So, as she mentioned, a piece of history that is still being written right now. Reporting live, Dan Haggerty, 10 News.